TheJuggalettesRUs. This is the Juggalo Family Vloggers, and I'm Batgirljamie.
I'm Twystid J.
And we are here to talk to you about where we buy our vinyl and where's the best place to find good vinyl.
Which most of mine is pretty easy to find.
One of the best places to find cheaper vinyl, newer vinyl.
Not to mention you
artists.
also get colored vinyl.
A lot of them are, some of the newer ones are like colored vinyl, but not all of them are. So don't be disappointed if they're not colored vinyl. But, like I said, Amazon is a big, good place to buy newer vinyl for less money.
I totally agree because
it's hard to find vinyl elsewhere.
I totally agree because I actually found I can't say it was a punk rock record. I could actually say it's more of a hardcore record.
What'd you buy?
And it was when I first bought my record player. It was that Suicidal Tendencies album with Institutional Heist.
Which type of record player do you have?
Which I have a Jensen something model. I can't think of the number.
It's on his channel, they think. And there's one for mine too. Mine's an innovative technology, like a suitcase looking one. And the best place to buy vinyl is like Amazon. And if you want brand new ones,
like brand new from the store.
Hot Topics is a good place to go, but you're not going to find a lot of this pop music. You're not going to find pop music or country or anything like that. It's going to be mostly like hipster type music.
Yeah, very much so.
You can go to FYE for your entertainment, but they are going to be very expensive. If you're not willing to pay expensive, like $40 prices for records, I said $30 to $40 prices because they have very little used records. I say don't buy them from FYE because they're overpriced. Go to Amazon.
Which, honestly, I even did some with a band that she really doesn't really care for. That I put a little bit of money in their pocket in Metallica. I did my fair share of looking for it.
But like I say, your best spot to find some vinyl, like that's older vinyl, is thrift stores and garage sales. Thrift stores like your local Goodwills and your local Salvation Armies and your St. Vincent de Paul's, anywhere that's like a thrift store that people donate to. That is a good place because there's old people getting rid of vinyl that their teenagers had when they were teenagers that they don't want around their house anymore, and they will donate it. Or they don't use records anymore and they're just sick of having them in their house and they want rid of them. And people our age, 30s and between your teenage and your 30s, people are really, 30s and 40s, are really getting into it.
Exactly. Which, like we said, we went to a certain thrift store. At thrift stores, I found 90% of my records in garage sales. But most of them have been from thrift stores. And my newest one was Grease, which, the Grease soundtrack, but that's like a must-have for any music fan. Which I was actually going to say, we even get Bob Dylan in regularly.
But if you gotta pick and choose. If it's not gonna have a song and you're not gonna listen to it, because records do take up a lot of space, my suggestion to you is to only buy the ones that you know for sure you're gonna listen to.
Exactly. Which I go a little bit random when I go into Hot Topic because I know they have really, really great sales.
He hasn't found anything in the thrift stores that he likes. He's got he doesn't listen to anything but heavy metal, so he really has a hard time. Or
punk rock.
He has a really hard time finding used stuff, so he has to buy it new.
Exactly. Which if I were to even say, oh, by the way, I want this on vinyl. Like, let's say Green Day Nimrod, or
he'd have to go on Amazon to buy it.
Definitely.
Because he wouldn't be able to find it in the store.
Or even the one with American Idiot.
That's something you have to go to Amazon for, because eBay, you can't guarantee. If you buy a used record on eBay, you have a real high chance, a high chance of it being scratched up and not being what you asked for.
Oh, exactly.
So that's why I always go and buy the new copy, like my Foo Fighters, my Chemical Romance, and I've already showed these in a vinyl haul, my Misfits, and my Ramones all came from Amazon, and they were all brand new, sealed, came perfect, and they played perfect. All except for I accidentally scratched my Ramones record right on Rock and Roll High School.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to be very careful when you're picking up that needle and putting it back down. Be careful. That's my one tip for you guys. Be very careful. It's easy. It was a slip. I've never scratched any of my other records, and I'm very careful. I just did that one little slip, or maybe it came like that. Maybe it might have came with a defect. Sometimes a record will come with a defect. So if you're having more than one record skip and you're being very careful, it might be your record needle is not good enough. Your record is playing too hard, pushing down too hard. Too much weight is pressing down on that record, and or the needle's too light and it's skipping out of the grooves. It's either A, skipping out of the grooves because it's too heavy, too light, or B, it's too heavy and it's scratching, carving your record all up. Those are the two reasons your records will be scratched up. You don't want your record you want your record between 25 and 30 gram needles. Otherwise, it'll be too light or too heavy.
That's interesting to know too.
So that's where you go to buy your record. So make sure you check out people, look at reviews on record players before you buy them. See what kind. I heard Audio-Technica's a really good record player brand.
If you buy the speakers for them.
You have to buy speakers for them. They don't come with speakers.
Exactly.
But just know that you have to buy your speakers separate, so it's going to cost you around $200, but you're going to be a lot happier with your results.
Which I was actually thinking of going that direction with mine, because mine really is
Quiet?
Very quiet.
Just hook it up to your stereo.
Which I really don't like to. Because it's only got an audio out right now. So, basically that's
what you got to do. Like, I hooked mine up to my Philips surround sound, and it sounds really good. And as far as records, I say only buy records that you're willing to pay that much money for. Buy records that you're willing to pay that money for, and you're willing to actually listen to. Don't buy records that you think you're going to like and that you're probably not going to like if you're going to spend money on them, because you can't take that record back once you open it.
Like, exactly with me. I'm like, that's why I'll probably buy $10 vinyls at Hot Topic.
We'll go to Hot Topics and buy vinyl, and there's one that I wish I would have bought, the Avenged Sevenfold, because I know I'd listen to that. That's my fucking favorite band. I fucking love the lead singer of that band. I love his voice. I love everything about that band. And I would love the album with Dear God. And I'd love the album with Nightmare, the Nightmare album. And I want to get the Nightmare Before Christmas album.
I wish I could find that anywhere but Amazon.
I don't like being only on Amazon for this stuff, but the only reason I do is because I can't find it elsewhere. And if I can't find it elsewhere and I want it bad enough, I'm going to go on Amazon because I want it.
Exactly.
You know, I've earned my money on Friends Life, you guys. I make money doing live streams on Friend Life. And you know what? That has bought 2 of my vinyls.
2 copies of vinyl.
It bought me 2 of my vinyl albums. It bought me my Foo Fighters, and it bought part of my Misfits album. I got my Misfits album for Christmas for myself with my earnings, and I got my Foo Fighters album. So, you go on there and you look and you keep an eye out and wait, because sometimes they go down in price. And if you see it for a really extremely low price that one time, and you got enough money to buy it right now, do not, I repeat, do not wait. Don't wait till the next day. Don't wait 3 or 4 hours later. Buy it now. Because next thing you know, the next day, which this happened to me with the one My Chemical Romance album I was going to buy. So I ended up buying this other one. I'm really glad I bought this other one because it has like your greatest hits. But it went up to $5. $5 fucking dollars. So be aware that the prices always change on Amazon. But this is our tips for buying vinyl. And if you're buying used vinyl, check and make sure it's not scratched. If it's too scratched up, you're probably not going to want to listen to it because it's probably going to mess with your needle. So that's my tip for you. Thank you. Peace out. And much clown love to the Juggalo family. And don't forget to check out his new videos. He's got his vinyl haul on. He's got his vinyl collection up of what he owns now. Before he bought new.
Yes.
He's got some video game reviews and some other stuff. And I've got another video up on my channel. Thank you for watching. And don't forget to check out our other videos. Peace out and much clown love to the Juggalo family.
I'm going to shoot a video of her poking me in the throat.